2012 KTM X-BOW R truck/sports car in VR. Hello everybody and welcome to OPAFET Gaming. You're listening to the OPAFET. Today we're driving a 2012 KTM either X-BOW or Crossbow, whichever way you like to say it, in a World Touring Car 600 race. We're at the Autódromo de Interlagos track. Boy, I butchered that a little bit. I'm really sorry about that. We're doing 5 laps. We started 16th of 16 cars and we started with a rolling start. Now, I don't know if you call this a car or I'm not really sure what it is, but I had the opportunity to drive it in this race, and I drove it before, and it was quite a while ago, and I really enjoyed it. And the opportunity really hasn't come up with the races I've been doing up until now, and I decided to jump for it. I kind of like this car. It's airy, it's open. I love convertibles in Gran Turismo. They're a lot of fun to drive. And this particular race car has got a lot of power, handles really well, sticks to the track, and it's just a lot of fun to drive in VR. So I figured let's give it a chance and let's get out here and let's see if we can win this race. Now, there again, it's 5 laps. It's going to take a little bit of time to do. The laps are, they're decent length. They're not going to go by too quick. So we can just kind of, start picking them off on the back of the pack whenever we have a chance. Now there's a couple of good chances to pass right here. This here section is really good. Now you got to watch the cars that you don't run into them, because they kind of veer from one side of the track to the other. But it's a fairly lengthy, just kind of a curving section right up until you get to just past where we started the lap. So now we're into our second lap, obviously, and then you go back through that kind of snaking section again. And in places like that, a lot of times you can't pass there. Well, you can, there's enough room, but the cars are going so fast that you don't have the opportunity. However, this race is not like that. As you could see, we powered by the outside of that blue car because we didn't have time to wait. Sometimes the OPAFET's a little impatient and he just wants to go. Now, another thing that they do a lot in this particular race, I found, is that whenever cars come to a corner, they really slow down for it. So when you're behind and if you're in a pinch, you could always pass them in the corners. I think I even power by the outside of this guy here. Ooh, it takes a little bit extra, but you can do it because there's another corner, and then he slows down even more again. I found that kind of odd because they don't slow down like that in every race, but they're going fairly slow in this race, especially around the corner. So keep an eye out for that if you're ever driving at this particular track. Maybe the other races at this track are the same. Now, coming around the corner here, the cars are quite spread out in this race, so you have to pass the first batch, and then you have to kind of keep ripping up the tarmac to catch up to the next batch to start passing them. And even them, as you can see in front of you, they're quite spread out, and there's 15 cars all together. That if you want to win the race, you got to pass 15 of them. And it looks like there's still quite a few left to go, and we are just finishing our second lap now. So before too long we'll be halfway through the race. So not really a lot of time to sit back and enjoy the view, although the race is absolutely awesome to enjoy. It's a great view, especially when you get to power by some of these here cars. Some of them they go pretty good, they're pretty zippy, and they're a little bit harder to pass. And when straight sections like this come along, I got it floored, and I can't even get by them. But then the corner comes, and look at that, they all slow down, and you get to move up 2 spots. So that kind of works to our advantage anyhow. But we still got, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I can see. Now, yeah, we could be close to getting to the front of the pack, but though, of course, the ones that are right at the front are the ones that go the fastest. So it's gonna take us a little bit of time to catch up to those. Now, as you can see, these two cars here in front of us, I believe the red one's a Ferrari and the black one's a Viper. It's really hard to get by them. Now, while I'm waiting and they're battling with each other and I'm trying to look for an opportunity to get by them, while that's happening, those other two cars are starting to widen the gap, as you can see. And around that corner there up to the top, and the third lap is done. So you can't wait too long. So here these guys are still battling each other, so I figured, well, let's see if we can take them on the inside then, because we got to get by them. Because with only 2 laps left to go, it's going to take us probably the better part of a lap to catch up to that white and yellow car up top. And you see the black Viper just didn't want to let us go. He just didn't want to let us go, but he just couldn't keep up the pace with the Opafet. And we got a little bit in front of him, and as we're entering our 4th lap, now we can see those two guys up there, and we got to catch up to them first. And like I said, it will probably take the better part of this 4th lap, if not the whole and more, just to catch up to them. Now we do have that corner, that scary corner coming up here again. And maybe they'll slow right down for us and we can catch up to them a little bit here. It seems to be working there. We got a little bit closer. And every time you go around a corner, if you push it a little bit, they will continue to slow down and you will continually get closer and closer, as you can see. But it doesn't mean that we've won, because we still got a ways to go. And once we get just around the next, whoa, boy, they slowed down a lot there. That was surprising. But once we get around this corner here, now we got that fairly lengthy, oh no, not yet, sorry, I was a little bit ahead of myself. The Opafet's trying to get into the 5th lap before it's even here. We got to finish the 4th one first. But it's coming up here. Like I was trying to say, is once we get around the corner just up ahead there, then you'll be into that lengthy sweeping curve again. They should pick up their pace a little bit there, although we're going to see if we can get past the white Porsche though. And it's going to be a little tough. He's driving right where I want to be, and going around the outside I just don't have enough power. We might have to try him on the inside. Well, there is a corner coming up ahead here, so hopefully he'll slow down for it and we'll zip by him. Just like that. Wow, wonderful. Absolutely awesome. Timed that just right. But now we're into the last lap, and maybe, just maybe, we can get this guy at that crazy corner, that sharp corner that they're scared of. Right at the end here. Whoa, look at him go though. I got this thing floored, and he's even pulling away from me, so I better pass him now. I better get ahead of him and put a little bit of a buffer zone in between him and me so that I can have a better chance of getting that checker flag. Well, we're only about half a lap away of the race being done. I absolutely love this one. I love driving the Crossbow. It's a fun car to drive. If you ever get a chance to try it out in VR on PlayStation, give it a shot. You won't be disappointed. However, you might be addicted to playing racing games in VR. That's the downside of. Although that's not much of a downside. It's a lot of fun, very enjoyable, and a great pastime. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you back at Opafet Gaming again. Until then, you've been driving a 2012 KTM Crossbow at the Autódromo de Interlagos. Yeah, that was a little bit better. You've been driving it with me, the Opafet.